Hello everyone and welcome to whatever number episode this is. Yeah, I've lost count again, but that doesn't matter because I don't need to remember what episode number we're on. The title of the video will do it for me. Alright, so I'm just going to be withdrawing some rupees. Because in this episode... Oh, I only have 375. Better just withdraw 300. I guess playing the Song of Time without depositing the rupees was not such a good idea. Because I thought I had plenty of rupees in the bank. Alright, so because we are going to be going to the Great Bay Temple this episode, I want to make sure that I have plenty of fairies and bottles. I think that will be enough. And I think I'm also going to get a green potion too. I'm going to get as many of the Deku Sticks as I can afford. And or carry. Okay, 50 arrows, 40 rupees. I guess I can buy one more Deku Stick. Alright, there we go. How much do I have? Let's see, just 9 Deku Sticks and 30 arrows. You know, I just cannot believe how last episode I just had been getting nothing but Reppies. Red rupees. Reppies. Or is it repeats? I'm not sure what it is. Alright, so now to play the New Wave Bossa Nova. If I can just remember it. Oh, play the Pona song. Certainly hard for me to remember what keys do what. Oh, hit the wrong button. Alright. There we go. Took me a while, but I got it. Is the audio glitching? I thought maybe that it was. And maybe it was, but everything's good now. Alright, now to take aim. Up. Oh, come on. And poor Lulu just danced there still. Sappy face. Oh, what is this music? You know, it sounds like... I didn't mean to put the Zora mask on. It kind of sounds like music in Mario Kart. I mean, I've never heard this music before. But it sounds like music from a Mario Kart game. I don't know which though. I've only personally played Mario Kart Wii and some other Mario Kart game for Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS. Yeah, I think maybe a long time ago I also played Mario Kart 64 at a friend's house. I mean, it was like a long time ago. I don't really remember all that much about it. Alright, well there's a fairy, but I'm not sure if I even, yeah, I probably don't need it. I probably do not need it. Alright, so I'm just gonna try to smash into these barrels. Come on. There we go. So in this 3-day cycle, I am going to be completing the Great Bay Temple. Oh. And I'm also going to deal with, alright, well, I'm going to be gathering the frog choir. Not sure if I'll do that all in this episode, but I will do it all in this cycle. Alright, so what are a couple of potential prizes that we can get from the Great Bay Temple? Alright, well, let me think them through. Okay, well, first off, there's only one potential good item in this dungeon, since the compass and map and the dungeon keys are not randomized, because I felt that having the keys be randomized would make this game a little too difficult. Unless they can somehow make it so that the keys remain permanent, so you don't have to worry about finding them in temples that you can't get through all the way yet. And you know, like having to do a really difficult mini-game a second time through just to get that key again. I did not want to take the chance for it. But if the person who created the randomizer is watching, if you are thinking about figuring out how to get the keys to be permanent, even after playing the Song of Time, please do that, because that would be a big help, you know, so that way anyone who plays the game with key randomizer on doesn't have to worry about losing the keys if they can't use them right away. You know, this music kind of actually sounds like shopping music, you know, like the kind of music you'd hear at a mall, like maybe a mall-based level. Like maybe if there was a, well, either a Mario level or a Banjo-Kazooie level, or maybe even a Donkey Kong 64 level. By the way, people, there hasn't been anyone that's made Donkey Kong 64 ROM hacks yet. I would really like to see someone do that. I don't think there have been many people that have done ROM hacks of Banjo-Tooie or ROM hacks of Majora's Mask. I've seen people make ROM hacks of Ocarina of Time, such as that the upcoming one that Keiza Manuar is making for that's supposed to be set in between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I did mention that I would be interested in playing that game once he releases it in January. Come on. Get that pot. Yeah, I still don't have the USB adapter, but I should get it in 2 days from the time of the recording of this video right here. Yeah, this video comes very far. This video was recorded quite a number of days before you guys are seeing this. Come on! Alright, there we go. Yeah, hopefully, when I can actually get a Nintendo 64 controller hooked up, that will make aiming the bow so much easier. I guess I hadn't really thought about that. That sort of the mechanic when playing through the Mario ROM hacks that I played, Last Impact and Star Road, as well as also the Banjo-Kazooie ROM hacks I played called Banjo Dreamy. I am also looking into doing ROM hack Let's Plays on a couple other ROM hacks, like Mark Turco had just released a ROM hack of Banjo-Kazooie, which brings in Clocktown from Majora's Mask. It doesn't have the temples from Majora's Mask. It's kind of just a short ROM hack that features Clocktown. I did watch a full playthrough of that ROM hack, and it looks pretty interesting. There wasn't really anything much of spoilers in that ROM hack, because it was just a ROM hack of, you know, a Banjo-Kazooie that just imports something from another game. You know, like when you do crossover ROM hacks. I haven't played any of the crossover ROM hacks. I haven't played the Mario 64 Ocarina of Time crossover that K's made. And I'm not sure if I'm going to. But, you know, maybe in the future, maybe, I may just do that. And I also have not played... Well, what other ROM hacks? What other crossover ROM hacks are there? I haven't played, Super Banjo-Tooie 64, or Super Banjo-Kazooie 64. I mean, I did try to, but I could not figure out how to get that ROM to work. Maybe I just did something wrong. May have to look at the instructions a little more closely. Although there are a couple of risks that I am trying to avoid when it comes to trying to get these ROMs downloaded. You know, I really like how, even though you're trying to move that thing, the real Bonchu will still attack you. But because you are in cutscene mode, you know, you're like totally safe. He can just blow up at you, and nothing happens to you. You're just completely invulnerable during the cutscene. Wish I could say the same thing for Ukulele, because I did watch a guy's video about Ukulele, and he said that he died during a cutscene during the final boss fight. Yeah, the final boss fight of Ukulele was pretty hard, even though it looked very easy from the YouTube videos that I've seen. I'm also not sure if I will do a Let's Play of Ukulele. At any point, I forgot how to shield again. Yeah, it probably would just depend on if I can figure out how to get both the visuals and the audio recorded, you know, with that sort of game. I mean, in order for me to do Let's Plays on the emulator, I need to not have the emulator be in full screen, and when I play Ukulele, it does go in full screen. I'm trying to do the shield attack, but I can't figure out how to do that. Not quite sure why though, because okay, so I need to press S and C on the keyboard at the same time in order for me to do the energy shield attack. You know, it certainly is interesting for me to actually be able to get some of these items a little quicker as I am going through this. Alright, so there is a chest up there which contains, wait a minute, didn't I get the map? I thought I did. Oh, I turned it off because I was looking for, what buttons you needed to press for getting the energy shield to... Alright. And to open this up, and we get a key. I guess, in order to be a good expert Majora's Mask randomizer player, you would need to know how many keys are in the dungeon and how many you can skip over. Because, you know, skipping over the keys will really help for those that are using the key randomizer. So that way they don't have to worry about collecting every single key, or worrying about if one key turns out to be in a very difficult spot, like maybe in a shooting game. You know, it's just a shame that you can't have the arrows be assigned to different icons. In the 3DS version, they did that for Majora's Mask. They didn't do it for Ocarina of Time, though, but in Majora's Mask, they did set it so that you could have more than one kind of arrow be equipped at one time, instead of only having one of them be equipped at a time. Right, so there is the gecko. And I'm going to be getting the Great Fairy Sword for this. Oh, no, no, no! I don't want the Zora mask on. I meant to, Alright, where is he? There he is. I wonder if a single hit will get him. Guess not. Oh, and I also gotta get the ice arrows because that will freeze the big goop. Alright, and hopefully Alright. Yeah, it can be quite annoying if you get caught. What? That should have gotten me. 2 hits with the Great Fairy Sword. Why did that not kill him? Maybe it'll kill him if I do the jump attack. No! No, 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 no. I hate it when I forget what buttons to press. Okay, well, it didn't matter because I hit him the regular way. Alright, now to get Don Garrow's mask out, because we are going to be needing that. And I am going to deal with collecting the frog choir off-screen, since we already fought that first one. Yeah, whenever I play Majora's Mask, I always just fight this gecko one time, and then I go ahead and take care of fighting the gecko in the Woodfall Temple a second time, and then use Don Garrow's mask to get the frog that he turns into. It's a bit unusual to actually fight against that gecko first, because normally I fight the wart first. By the way, how many people think that that wart, which is the big eyeball that we are about to fight, is like big enough to be a main boss in a dungeon? I mean, it was pretty big, so why can't it be a main boss? I mean, it looks much too big to be a mini boss. I wanted, oh my, so he, now he just noticed me. He should blow up soon. Because I did not think that he was gonna be able to walk on water. He was just not noticing me for a while, and by the time I decided to give up, he then did notice me. Alright, so there's a prize that we can get from fighting the warts. And I used to always do this with the Zora mask, but I actually found out that it's quicker to do it with the Great Fairy Sword. Except I don't have the Great Fairy Sword, but it's quicker to do it with a sword. Alright. I was kind of scared that it was not going to work. Deselect! I hate it when the game does this. Just trying to deselect and the game won't let me. What do you guys think? Do you think this mini boss should be a main boss of a dungeon? Like maybe in a future Zelda game? I mean, I don't know what they are doing with, what they're gonna be doing with Breath of the Wild 2. Although I'm not sure, well, Breath of the Wild had some unique boss fights. Well, not so much unique, but they were, like, nearly the same, because they were, like, all shadow beings that you fought. Or at least that's how I remember it. You know, just some sort of a shadow monster, like Calamity Ganon. Alright, I sure hope that the prize for this one is good, but I bet it's gonna be crummy. Oh, it was crummy. Of course it is crummy. That's 3 temples in a row that have a crummy prize for fighting the mini-boss. Well, hopefully the prize for beating Georg is gonna be much better than that. I was like hoping to maybe find the Fierce Deity mask, because that would make the boss fight against Georg much quicker. And I certainly like much quicker boss fights. Alright, well that pipe turned. Now let's reverse the water flow. Well, actually there's another room that we need to go into. Come on, dive! Thank you. Well, there are also those 3 chests that are, you know, in the Stone Tower Temple. But I certainly cannot believe that I'm already on the third temple. You know, doing the temples in order. And we still have not found the Fierce Deity mask. I mean, why haven't we? I mean, I'm pretty sure that I didn't put the Fierce Deity mask into the shuffler. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I have, but maybe I didn't, and I just think that I have. Or maybe the game is just being a real jerk to me and not giving me the mask, even though I probably should have by now. Just hope that it becomes a much quicker prize to find when I do the game a second time. You know, I certainly cannot believe that they took away the option of just having the ice blocks just appear anywhere in the water in the 3DS version, because, you know, just being able to make these ice blocks appear anywhere, that makes things quite easy for the Stone Tower Temple, because then that way I could just use one of those ice blocks to fire a light arrow at one of the suns. I'll show you exactly how I do that once we get to the Stone Tower Temple. But, you know, with the 3DS version, because they took away the option to have the ice blocks appear in the water just about anywhere, I can't do that now, so I have to wait until I flip the temple upside down before I can get that great fairy, or that stray fairy to appear. Yeah, I mean, yeah, changes are good, but that was one change that was not so good. Okay. I was quite worried that it was not going to work quick enough for me to get up here. Okay, I've also noticed that that stray fairy did not restore my health completely. I guess because it's an incomplete great fairy. Alright, so I have 8 of the stray fairies so far, and I just need to reverse the flow of the water, so I can go down some of the other paths. Okay, good thing. I was afraid that I would be off balance. Now, getting back to adopting a cat, one thing that quite concerned me was that, like, a week after Speckles' death, I had woken up to, in the middle of the night and heard some noises coming from my desk. And I was like, oh, what could that be? And I looked, and much to my shock, it was a mouse. And Speckles was pretty good at catching the mice, but she was not around anymore to take care of that one. And you know, that just made things very depressing. I mean, I think I still saw one, like tonight, sometime earlier tonight, from the time that I'm recording this. Yeah, I mean, Speckles had found quite a number of different mice. You know, she would catch mice for me, and that was pretty good. Although I just was like totally shocked that there were still mice coming into this house, since they hadn't been in the house for quite a long time. Ooh. And now it seems that there's like more of them than ever. But hopefully the new cat will take care of them. Oh dear. I should have made a save state when I was up there. I would have if I knew that this was going to happen. Alright, I made a save state just in case what happened before happens again. But it didn't this time, thank goodness. Alright, now to get the Zora mask on, because we are going to be needing it throughout. Well, of course we're going to be needing it throughout this dungeon. It's water-based. Ooh! It's not very easy to navigate. Oh! Ooh! I just remembered that there was a stray fairy I did not get from before. Down that tunnel, but hopefully I will be able to, or was it this other tunnel? No, I'm pretty sure it's this tunnel right here. Oh, if the game will just let me go through. Oh, dang it, I just ran. No! Alright, I'm resetting. Oh, come on, just let me in there. No reason not to. Oh. Will I still be able to get her? Or am I gonna have to reset the temple again? I'm gonna see if I can summon that fairy with the Great Fairy Mask. Something inside me tells me that it's not gonna work, but I sure hope that something is wrong. It had to be right, didn't it? Why couldn't it have been wrong? Hopefully, I will not forget to go back for it. Although I cannot believe that I just forgot that sort of thing, and by the time I remembered it, it was too late. Oh, don't get... I wasn't saying don't not get on top of it, just so that you could ignore me. I was saying don't not get on top of it, so you wouldn't not get on top of it. You know, it seems quite coincidental that that platform just always stops at the right place, because I would think that it would at some points not stop at that right place. And I actually saw a video that on YouTube that had indicated that it shouldn't be stopping in that place, because in the Japanese version it can take many attempts to get it set in the right place. So it doesn't, in the Japanese version, it doesn't always stop at the right place, just as it does in the US version. And I certainly am glad for that, because I would get really frustrated from having to just keep firing the arrows again and again to get it just right. I didn't want to... Come on, deselect. Thank you. Didn't think you'd listen to me. Alright. There we go. Ooh, I thought I was gonna fall to the ground, but thank goodness that did not happen. Thank goodness that did not happen. Now, some people have also compared this temple to the water temple from Ocarina of Time. And you know, like some people saying that... Come on. Come on, dive. Dive, 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 dive. What is this? Disobey your master day? I despise the person who invented that holiday. I'm very low on the energy, so I better drink the green potion that I got. Alright. Oh, dang it! I didn't get on top of that platform first! Ugh! Stupid brain making me forget all of the important details! Why you do this to me, brain? Why you do this to me? What did I ever do to you? I am just forgetting quite a lot of important things. Just really hate it when I just forget something and that just comes back to bite me. Oop. Alright, there we go. And of course we use the Zora. No! I hit the wrong button! I hate when I do that! I wish I would not do that! Yeah, you need to have Zora Link in order to climb to the top, since Zora Link is tall enough to reach that ledge. Come on! I've never had that problem before. Alright, so now to get to that last platform where you need to shoot the fire arrows at. And please, please, memory, do not make me forget to go back to that last stray fairy. Do not make me forget. Do not make me forget. Do not make me forget. Lucky for me, I was still able to swim all the way through here, but I am going to need to remember to swim back the same, or, well, yeah, go back the other way, since I'd have to go through all that stuff again in the temple otherwise. Oh no! Please throw me back on the land. Throw me back on the land. I didn't think you'd listen to me, but thank you for listening to me. Yeah, I did not mean to drop into the water, and I was not certain if that hand was going to throw me back onto the land, because if it hadn't, I would be really upset from that. Alright, so we got most of the things already. We just now got to go and fight the boss. And also get those last two stray fairies. Okay, alright. Forgot what button is the attack button again. I hate it when I forget these things. Alright, there we go. Alright, now to, Alright, so I got the Great Fairy mask on, so those last two fairies should come to me. Alright, so I got all of the stray fairies now. And now I am pulling this back. Right, and the water has risen. I'm kind of, no! Now I have to walk all the way back up again. I was afraid of that. Alright, do not fall off. Do not fall off, no matter how much you want to. Thought maybe there would be some, You think the light arrows will actually work against Gjörg? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try them anyway. I just sped it up, because I can't stand waiting all day. Alright, get back onto the surface. Where is he? There he is. He's gonna get me. Should he? No. Will he? Yes. Come on, get back onto the surface. Don't make 2 times in a row. Thank you. Didn't think you'd actually listen to me, but thank you for listening to me. Dang it! I was afraid of that. I was hoping that would get him, but it had to not. I also think that I may need to get those pots right there. Because I'm running out of the energy shield. Didn't I have... Yep, even though that wasn't supposed to happen, I knew that it was going to anyway. Okay. He's gonna get me again. Should he? No. Will he? Most likely. Alright, back onto the surface. And don't let him get you again. Yeah, I think that's to make him catching you in his mouth happen less often. You need to get back onto the land. I also gotta get more of the magic again. And we got him. Alright, so I got through 3 bosses without the Fierce Deity Mask. I mean, having the Fierce Deity Mask would work out so much better. Although there'd probably be no point in having the Fierce Deity Mask for Twin Mold, since for Twin Mold, you do have the Giant's Mask, which you need to use to fight against them. Well, I guess now I have enough of the, hearts to get into the secret shrine. I'm still wondering if I should wait until after I've gotten everything else gotten before doing that. Alright, so to end off the episode, I'm gonna go over to the Great Fairy Fountain and return the Stray Fairies. Hopefully we'll get a good prize, but I am betting it's gonna be like just, no, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that! Alright, come on, please. I am begging you. Give me something good. Please do not be a heart piece, or a rupee, or a map. Please just give me something that is actually good. Please! Okay. At least I wasn't given a crummy prize this time. At least with the stone mask, we'll now be able to, keep ourselves from getting attacked by certain enemies, especially in the Stone Tower Temple. Okay, well, that pretty much does it for this episode of Majora's Mask Randomizer. I mean, I was quite certain that even though I told the game not to, it was going to give me one of the prizes that I just was hoping against. So, thank you so much for watching this episode of Majora's Mask Randomizer. In the next episode, we are going to be gathering the Frog Choir, as well as also playing that jumping torch minigame with that fisherman. And hopefully both of those have good prizes too, that aren't just heart pieces. So, I'm gonna end the episode right here. Bye-bye.